Hi guys, this is James. I'm back. I've been doing this Chinese myth episodes for a while, and hopefully you guys have watched the last two episodes. The first one is about Pangu, who literally cracked the universe and made a space for us to live in. The second episode is about goddess Nuwa, who created the first race of people on Earth, our ancestors, right? So today, the story is going to be about Nuwa again, but this time it's going to be a little different. Something really bad happened to Earth at the time, and Nuwa was going to save the world and her children. So after the first people were created by Nuwa, everything went on smoothly well, and also the Earth. It wandered through the universe peacefully without knocking its head into any trouble or danger. But then one day, something happened. A large noise cracked in the sky. Ra da 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 ba 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 bom bom. And then people looked up in the sky and saw that the sky was cracking. A lot of holes, black holes, appeared in the sky. Here and here and here. They were so frightened, and they said, "Oh my goodness! What is going on? Mom, where are you? Mom, come and look. Something horrible is happening." And that's not the end of the horrible story. Not just the sky, but also the earth is cracking too. So as people were running away from the black holes in the left side of the sky, well, when I'm talking about black holes, these were not black holes that you get from your cosmology class. These are just black holes of the black color. All right. So yeah, but that's not the end of the trouble. They started to feel that the earth is shaking, trembling, and large holes and cracks and crevasses showed up, and they were caught off guard. That's why a lot of people just fell into the deep and dark holes and cracks in the earth. They shouted like, "Ah!" and then never showed up again. Other people on the trembling earth shouted for help. They shouted for their goddess mother, Nuwa, but there was no reply. And then another trouble showed up. A large amount of water just gushed out of all the cracks on the earth. And then in no time, the earth was devastated by this tremendous flood. And as we say, when it rains, it pours. That's not the end of the suffering for the people. By and by, the water stopped gushing out from these crevasses. And you might think, okay, that's going to be better. No, it's not. After the water, fire came out, and all the forest across the surface of the earth caught fire. Everything was burning. And also, monsters got out from the forest because they didn't have any place to go. They got out from there and then they ran into the village. They started to eat people. If you think about it, the fire, the flood, the monsters, and the black holes in the sky, that was just too much for the people to bear. Finally, Nuwa showed up. She saw her children crying and everything else. She shouted out, "Children, children, run over to mother. I'll protect you all." And all the children ran over to their mother. They got protection from Nuwa finally, and then they were not worried anymore. So the first problem for Nuwa to take care of is the broken sky. She sort of found these rocks of 5 colors from the rivers across the earth, and she melted these rocks into gluey stuff. And then she used the glue to glue the holes in the sky up. How creative she was, right? Yeah. So the second problem for her to deal with is the flood. She traveled around the earth to seek out the cause of the flood. And finally, she found out the villain, the dark black dragon. Nuwa found this dark black dragon, and she whacked her tail right into the belly of the dragon. The dragon screamed, "Ouch! What are you doing? You really hurt me." And Nuwa said,
Look at you. Look at what you've done to Earth. You killed people. You destroyed nature. You have to be punished. Nvwa grabbed that dragon by his tail and spun, and then flung the dragon right into the sky. The dragon flew out into the deep of the universe and then disappeared for good. That was the end of the dark black dragon. The last problem is the earth was lopsided and wobbly. Remember, the dragon destroyed the balance of nature. So Nuwa found this giant dragon, which was much bigger than the biggest mountain on earth. So she chopped down the four legs and used these four legs to be the four pillars of the world to restore the balance of nature. And everything came back to normal. So that's the end of the disaster, and that's the end of the story. People lived happily ever after. So my question for today's story is that if you were Nuwa, would you have some other idea rather than chopping off the legs of the turtle to restore the balance of the nature? Give me your answers in my comments. Thank you. So guys, have a nice day. Be nice to your folks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.